If you had to put Van Dijk in, where is he in your top five?
I think he's. I'm buzzing for this. First of all, I want to get a list between us of who the top 5 point scorers in FPL will be by the end of the season. Anyone watching this right now, let me know who your 5 is. We're going to go through it. But then on the back end of that, what I also want to find out and figure out and decide myself, because I'm really struggling to decide on this, is who are the 5 best players in the Premier League right now? Who are the 5 best players in the Premier League right now? Now, I told Rambo about this. I'm looking at names here in front of me down to my left, and I'm really struggling with this. There's I think I've got 4, and then the last one I'm really, 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 really struggling with. But first things first, FPL. First things first, FPL.
Go.
So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the top point scorers in FPL right now, overall. And because that can give us a bit of a basis for where we're going to go from there. Because I think some of those players will probably be in both. But there might be 1 or 2 that aren't. So let's have a look at it. At the moment, the top scorers in FPL after 5 game weeks, Kane, Son, Salah, Calvert-Lewin and Rodriguez. Your boy Jack Grealish just underneath that as well. And Callum Wilson with 36 points. Who knew? Crazy. So, in terms of FPL... I think. Sorry, who's the first player on your list? Because I reckon this one we'll put together, right? So we'll put this one together. Me and you between us put 5 together. Who will get the most points by the end of the season, and then we'll go our separate ways for who we think are the 5 best players in the Premier League right now. Okay, so I think the first one's quite easy to put forward.
I think we both said at the same time because I've got a feeling we've got the same one.
Okay, in terms of points, 1, 2, 3. Mohamed Salah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Salah makes it onto the list. I think it's pretty easy. We don't need to talk about that for too long because I think, was it 2 years on the top scorer, going for his 3rd one this time round, still up there already. He's had sort of good moments and bad moments this season, but he's so clinical, clinical. So I think
this season he's become more clinical than he was last. I think now, when the ball dropped him against Everton, I already called goal. He looks like he's in the mood to score more goals now than before.
He seems a bit angry, doesn't he? There's something angry about him.
He looks vexed. And then, weirdly, the game I was looking at was the Villa game, and I was like, we played really bad that game, and he still scored 2. And previously, if we played badly, he often doesn't really get involved too much. Since he's been at Liverpool, we haven't really played badly very often. But he also struggled against Everton. That was a thing. But I think the biggest factor for me is people said he only scores at home, but now there's no away crowds, so everywhere's at home. And I think he might even beat last year's record for points. Really? I think his record from first season's a bit too far-fetched, but last year's I think he'll beat that. So
I guess they're going to lean on him a little bit more. I also wonder if teams will. Just with what will happen in terms of the confidence of that Liverpool team, how they try to play a little bit as well, if he might get a little bit more space to be Salah from the first season, where he just devastates teams with the help of Firmino and the counter-attack a little bit. It's going to be really interesting to see. But regardless, if they dominate games and they've got them pressed in, or if they're playing on the counter-attack, he always gets points. He's amazing. He's so good. Okay, I'll put one forward, see if you can agree with it. I think he's top at the moment, and I think he'll continue to be top. I think Harry Kane will be up there at the end of the season. The amount of points that he's got is astounding already. I guess the only thing you could wonder with most strikers who are getting as many assists as him is the idea that he might not score as many, but it's Harry Kane. He does. So I think that's an easy one for me. I think he'll be in the top 5 point scorers. Easy.
Yeah, he's in mine as well. If only because, if you look at the top 5 now, he's already got a 20-point head start. My only thing with Harry Kane is injuries. He's had a lot of injuries in recent seasons. If he's fit for 25 games plus, then I think Harry Kane's a no-brainer. I think because he's got this sudden link-up with Son, and he just looks like he's up for it. So I kind of don't want to put him up there because it's so cliche and everybody would have guessed it. But there's just you can't hide from the fact that he's getting assists and he's scoring goals. So he's on it. It's tricky though, because after this, I think these two are no-brainers.
Yep.
And after this, I'm like, I don't know who I want on my list anymore.
So I'll tell you what, I'll go. I do think Calvert-Lewin will be there. I'm happy to say it. I think Everton will have a good season, but more importantly than Everton having a good season, a bit like Vardy in previous seasons, it's all about DCL. The way they play, the way they attack, it's all about DCL. And I think he'll continue to score. And I also don't think they've got any depth, so he'll play every single game. So I would put DCL in there, but that might be one that some people might not stick with him. Some people saying, look, Ali thinks it's a safe bet.
Yeah, I'm on the side of I'm interested to see what happens when Everton don't play well, which is going to happen at some point. Because we saw last season as well, he obviously had a run where I think he got like 8-8 or something like that, and then he had a run of 1-7. Or something along the lines of that, and that was when Everton weren't playing particularly well. So I don't think he's the worst pick. He's on my list. Like, I've got a list of 3, and then I've got 8 players with lines between them, and I'm basically going, which one of these will it be? Okay. So he's on that list. Lucky for him, he doesn't get injured very often. His injury record's pretty good.
So he's in your 5, is he? Is he in your 5?
Nah, he's not. He's not. So I'm basically about to tell you who it is. The one I've gone for is Mane in DCL's place. Biggest reason, Liverpool won't keep many clean sheets now. They're going to attack more, and Mane has been clutch for Liverpool for the last 2 or 3 seasons. Yeah. He's 17 points behind Salah at the moment, but he did miss a game because of COVID, I think. I'm quite sure he did, actually.
Mane missed the Villa game.
Yeah, he missed the Villa game. So I'm quite sure. I don't want to put too many Liverpool players in there, but then to just go on.
I think I'm looking at these names now because I've changed it up here. I've put it back to price. You've got the likes of Rashford, Vardy, Aguero, Fernandes, Sterling.
Oh, Bruno.
Bruyne,
Bruno's not even in my line of players.
Yeah, that's it. So I actually think DCL will be. Oh, it's so tough. I think Bruno will definitely be in there.
Yeah,
I think because he takes so much. He's so important to Man United, and I think they'll probably score more goals than Everton as time goes on. This is what I mean. And we haven't even got started on like who are the best 5 players in the Premier League. I'm getting rid of the. Oh, am I? I think De Bruyne. I don't think De Bruyne is going to get the same amount of points this year.
You don't think he's been in the top 5 though? So top 5 normally is going to be like around 190 to 200 plus. You think he doesn't hit 190 points this year? Wait, can you just get up his history? Because I'm pretty sure he's always hit over 190.
I guess with him, it's kind of a little bits about injuries, but previous seasons, here we go. Where is it? Points. 251, 59, 209, 199, 131.
Ah, bro, when he's fit though, thing is, if he's not fit,
it's so tough.
I've seen that.
This is why I love this. This is definitely a series for me, guys, because 10, anyone can do 10. You can't do 5. You got to make a decision when it's 5. I'm telling you. I think.
Wait, I've got Son in mine as well.
Aubameyang though. What about Aubameyang?
Yeah, he hasn't started very well.
They're
Bro,
playing
you've got
quite
your boy
conservative,
Vardy in there as well.
Yeah, I don't think.
But look at his points every year. I swear he's got over 190 every year.
Yeah, well, he has. But last few years, apart from the season where he was completely injured most of the time. Werner, Son.
Oh my God, I've just realised Sterling's there as well.
Sterling. Jesus Christ.
What's
Right.
going on?
So, okay, I've got 4. I've got Salah, I've got Kane, I've got Mane, I've got Bruno. So I need one
same
more.
as mine.
Okay, I need one more.
I'm going to go with... I don't know what I'm going with.
Do you know who's... Joe's just staring at me when you look at it. Do you know who's just staring at me?
Aguero?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, same. I was just looking at him going, shit, Aguero's there.
If he stays fit, he does score. Like, there's such a different team with... I'm going to go Aguero. I'm going Aguero. I can't believe I am, but I am. So that's my 5. The 5 players that are going to score the most this season in FPL. For me, I'm coming to you in a second, Rambo. For me, are Salah, Kane, Mane, Bruno, and Aguero from nowhere. Rambo, what are you saying?
I'm going to go Salah, Kane, Mane, Bruno. Oh, people are saying James, but it's just not going to be James. He's going to tail off at some point. It's between Son, KDB. I was going to say it's between Son, KDB, Aubameyang, Aguero. I'm going to go KDB. Just because if he's fit, he's going to...
You would expect a Man City player to be in there, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but I'm also, mate, but Robertson and Trent as well. Like, we're just completely sleeping on there. But yeah, let's go KDB for this one because there's a whole other debate still to come. So I'll go KDB for this one.
Okay, part 2. Here we go. Buzzing for this. Right, I don't know what I'm going to do here. So forget FPL for a second. Forget FPL. Who are the top 5? Who are the best 5 players in the Premier League right now? Right now. So, Virgil Van Dyke, we know he's wonderful. We know he's amazing. We know Danny Murphy wants to have his children, but he's injured, okay? And he's injured for the foreseeable. All right, so Virgil's out for this one. He's going to be out for the season. Look, it's a shame. It's devastating, but he's out. So it's right now. Who's in there right now? Okay. So I think this bit will be. There's an easy bit and a hard bit to this as well, mate. So for me, Salah is in there. Okay. What I want you to do with this one. It's a 3. This is a great format. We're going to get our 5, and then I want you to put them in order.
Okay.
So I want a number 1. I basically want a best player in the Premier League. So in there, I think Salah is in there for me. So, I think that's an easy one to say. He looks like he's on form this year as well. Like as we spoke about, continues to score goals. I think he does. Like the Everton game, he does go missing a little bit, or he's just being so heavily defended that he can't get, his feet on the ball that much. But he always seems to find a way. So he's in there. Kevin De Bruyne is in there. So actually, let me tell you about my thought process here. Actually, remember. So the way I figured this out was I was trying to sleep and I was trying to figure out my 5 because me and Rambo knew we were going to be talking about this, and I started thinking about positions, and if I was making like a dream team, which people would be in each position, because you can't have the same. You can't have 2 people from the same position. This is where my brain went. So first of all, kind of on that right-hand side, like Salah was there. Salah wins it. Easy, right? Next up, centre forwards. Who is the one centre forward in the Premier League I would take over anyone else? It's Harry Kane for me. Would you agree with that, Rambo? And is he in yours?
Yeah. But wait, quick question. Are you doing 1 player per position?
I was generally had the understanding that, because what you're about to see is there's one position on the pitch that, if you think about the side that most Premier League teams go down, there's a lot of players getting congested on one of these sides, and so I need to pick 1 from 3 on this side. Okay, so on the right hand side I've got Salah, and obviously the attacking players are generally your best players, right? Yeah. So I've got him. In the middle I've got Harry Kane. Harry Kane looks so clinical, so certain. The best strikers, I think they're just certain. There's no doubt with them at all, and that's even the shot that hit the post for him that nearly got a free kick, got a hat trick. He's got no right to be kicking a football like that. It's madness. And his vision, everything. He's so certain of his ability. Like he's unbelievable. I think he's right up there. So those are those 2. My third one is Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne makes it onto this list. He's better than Bruno. He's better than most midfielders in terms of being a box-to-box midfielder. Him and Gerrard, for me, are the best 2 proper box-to-box midfielders we've ever seen. And technically, it's pretty close between the 2 of them as well. Obviously, he has his injuries here and there. He's injured at the moment, but I've got to put him in there. De Bruyne is my 3. Then I'm struggling a little bit. One player I've got, and this is a pure personal choice now, is I'm putting Thiago in there. I just love him. He's just so good and all the things that I enjoy about a footballer in terms of making other players look good, being able to see a picture and play a pass and cut out a load of people, and he gives slow people hope. I'm not saying he's slow, but he gives slow people hope, and anyone who does that is an amazing person in my book. And Thiago he was the sort of main man for the team that just won the Champions League, and so he's moved to the best team in England. And I just think he's amazing. So I had him in there.
So weird to me, right? Because I thought we were going to be the opposite on so many of these. But I've got KDB, Salah, Kane, and Thiago so far. Yeah.
Right. Perfect. So this is where it gets horrible. This is where it gets really horrible. Because I've now got, we looked at some of the names there. Let's have another look at some of the names that we've got here. So because obviously if you're top priced, then you're right up there, right? So you've got likes of Bale, Rashford, Vardy, Aguero, Fernandes, Sterling, all these players. And a lot of these players... So Thiago is nothing like De Bruyne, really, for me. The different... Salah, different. Kane, different. And so then I look onto the left-hand side of the pitch, and if you can only pick one, you're going to have to pick between Mane, Aubameyang, and Son. Are the three that I ended up settling on, and we're not thinking about Havertz, we're not thinking about Werner just yet. I don't think they're there for me just yet in terms of being the best right now. But for me, only one of those, obviously because you can only have 5 spots, only one of those, Son, Aubameyang, and Mane, can make it into this team, into my top 5. And I'm still, and that's where I stopped thinking.
I thought you had the answer. I just want to quickly say, by the way, Sean Clancy said Thiago is just a continental Michael Carrick. Bro, Michael Carrick never took a player on in his life. Thiago takes players on without even touching a ball. I don't even want to compare the two. Carrick's a great footballer, but not even great actually. Carrick was a good footballer. Thiago's a great footballer. Yeah. Anyway. See, it's weird because when I was thinking about this, there's another player that I want to give an honourable shout out to because he doesn't fit the system that we're after. But it is a choice of, for me, it was Mane, Sterling, Son, and Aubameyang. Now, my thinking is, if I had a team and I wanted someone who could win me football matches, and I didn't have a particularly great system, who would I choose? I know my choice. If I had a great system, who would I choose? I know my choice. So, and if I wanted one who had lots of things in the bag, because I feel like wingers or wide forwards these days have become a bit more, I guess, one-dimensional, where you have like Aubameyang comes inside, bends it in top corner. So that leaves me with 2, Son and Mane, who could do anything, go both sides, powerful, physical, get involved with the game overall. I personally think, I'm going to say it now, I think you've gone for Aubameyang. And I'm not going to be happy about it. But
why do you think I've gone for Aubameyang? Why do you think I've gone for Aubameyang?
I just know you really like him. And I think for the sort of thought process that you're going through, I don't think it's going to be Son. So I think for you, it's a flip of the coin between Mane and Aubameyang. You really love Mane as well. But I think you might have gone, I've already got Salah, so do I want to chuck in Mane as well? That's the only reason. I don't think there's any actual footballing decision behind it. I think you just like both.
I think I've come to my decision. And it's amazing because at different times I've chosen all 3. In terms of being the most complete, in terms of being skillfully, technically, the most complete, I would probably say Son. In terms of being the best finisher, and just a mad record. Aubameyang's right up there, and and in terms of Mane, in terms of just consistency, it's been mad as well. What has tipped this over the edge for me is which player would I want to play against the least?
Oh.
And that's when it kind of, because I think if you're picking a player, then it'd be the one that I don't want to be involved with you today. I don't want to have to mark you. And I think it's Mane. I think it is Mane, because Aubameyang, you go, right, can I stop the ball getting to him? And he's not going to outwork me. I don't think he's going to outwork me. And I need to make sure he doesn't get on his right foot. That's basically what I'll be trying to do. So he can't curl one in, right? Son, I'd be worried about him, but I reckon I could lay one on him early. And he'd be a little bit nervous about it. Mane, I don't think he would care. And I think that's, as much as I don't want to put 3 Liverpool players in it, just because that seems a bit silly. Or not fair or whatever. I think that's just the way it is, unfortunately.
Yeah. I think literally what you just said there, if the ball's coming in the air, Mane's beating me in the air. If we're going shoulder to shoulder, he wants to scrap, he wants to wrestle. If he wants to put it on his right, I can't stop him. If he wants to put it on his left, I can't stop him. If he wants to have me backpedaling into the box, I can't stop him. So basically, I can't stop him. Whereas with a Aubameyang, maybe you're playing the ratio game. 1 out of 10 times you might get inside, or 2 out of 10 times. Me and you were chatting like we're flipping class right backs, by the way.
Yeah. I'm just in this bizarre world. This Fergal curve, James pockets Auba and Son. So now I'm trying to write them down in a list. So this is my 5. Oh, what was your? So who did you finish on? Mane.
Yeah.
Okay, so now this is the next horrible thing of it. Let us know in the chat. Let us know in the comments. How do you rate those? Who's your number 1? Oh my god.
My head's hurting.
Yeah. I think, oh god, people aren't gonna like this.
Yeah, same.
Okay, I've got it. Oh, I don't like that I've done that though. Oh, okay.
If this is the same for both of us, honestly, it'll be absurd, but I don't think it will be.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, right, got it. Right. So in 5th position for me, I've put Thiago.
Oh, nah.
No, maybe not. I actually didn't like myself. I didn't really like myself for doing it. Who's your 5th then?
Mine's Kane. But,
of course it is. Of course it is.
It was between the bottom 3. I basically can't even pick between. The only reason I've put Kane there is purely because he was the only player that I was looking at potentially trading out for someone else, because there's a player in his position that for consistency, I think I would also have him there as a debate, which is Danny Ings. Not saying because I love him, but generally I think Ings is slept on so badly. His record the last 2 seasons.
He's not in the top 5 though, mate. Come on.
No, he's not in the top 5. But I'm saying if we're picking position wise, striker right now, Kane's in great form. But if you take Kane's last 7 games out of the equation, was he still in great form? So
but the season that's what I'm going. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah. No. So I'm saying anyway. Less of the debate. Harry Kane is 5th for me. Who's number 4? Who's 4th for you?
I've put Mane 4th.
Yeah. Okay. Same.
Okay. Third, I put Kane.
3rd best player in the Premier League is Harry Kane.
Mate, he's a baller, mate. He just doesn't look sexy. That's the thing.
No, I don't care if we look.
You're shallow. You're shallow, mate. You're shallow.
Actually, to be fair, Thiago and Salah are sexy, but the other 3 aren't.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If it was on sexiness, Hammers would be first every time.
Yeah, true. Although he's definitely had some Botox, Hammers. Anyway, that's a conversation for another time. I put him 3rd. Who did you put 3rd then?
I had Thiago.
You're Thiago 3rd. So, okay, right. So the top 2 players in the Premier League, Salah or De Bruyne, but in what order? I've gone with De Bruyne as number 1.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was going to say, yeah. He's just different gravy.
Yeah.
You won't see a player like him. Not in a long time.
No, absolutely. Because a great way of doing it is say, imagine like a 5-a-side, and you were like picking. You get De Bruyne first, don't you? You do go and get De Bruyne first. Amazing.
Like you said, just quickly on De Bruyne, you said that him and Gerrard are the 2 best box-to-box midfielders in Premier League history. He can do anything on the pitch. I haven't seen a player, I would actually say his passing is better than Gerrard. I haven't seen a player who gets the ball in any given position on the pitch and he will pick out any player on the pitch. That is ludicrous ability to pick a pass like that.
I agree.
Whether it's short, long, whether it's in an intricate area, he's different gravy. So yeah, 1-2. As much as it kills me, 1-2 KDB first, Salah second.
Good.
You had to put Van Dyke in. Where is he in your top 5?
I think he's 2nd.
Yeah. Okay. Same.
I think I put him 2nd. I think I still De Bruyne for me, and then they all shift down 1.